Halachot of eating meat for the 9 days. As we know, once the 9 days begin, one is forbidden to eat meat. So starting, we said today is the Rosh Chodesh, one is allowed to eat according to Sfaradim. Starting from Motzei Shabbat, Sunday, one is forbidden to eat meat. However, there are exceptions. There are people which are allowed to eat meat. For example, first one, which is a very common example, happens, person forgets, and he doesn't realize that we are within the 9 days, and he takes something and it's meat, and he makes a beracha. In such a case, once he made a beracha, you have no choice, you have to eat. Beracha batala otherwise. So being that that's the case, halakha says that if you made a beracha already on something that is meat, you're allowed to eat from it a little bit in order not to make a beracha batala, and that's permissible. Another example that's also permissible is for children. Many times, children that are under the age of bar mitzvah, either they don't eat, they're fussy eaters, they have specific foods that they like to eat, and a child that's not going to eat is obviously not going to be healthy, and therefore each parent has to know their own children, and if they feel that the child is in need of meat, chicken, whatever it may be, that's what they need for their body. Also for children, this isur of eating meat does not apply so long as again that you're doing it for the reason of the child, that the child should be able to eat and be healthy. Another example where a person is allowed to eat is a choleh. A person is sick and he needs to keep his body strong. And in order to keep his body strong, many times they prescribe healthy foods, chicken, sometimes even meats, in order that the body should stay strong and not become weaker. So in such a case, again, choleh, even if there's no sakana involved, as long as it's again for refuah, it's done because the person needs it for his health, one is allowed to eat meat, and there's no isur for such a person. Under this guideline also goes a lot of times a pregnant woman, or sometimes a woman who just gave birth, in order that she should get back strong, many times she has to eat meat and chicken, and that would be permissible again for them. The last example that would be also permissible, Sa'udat mitzvah. If there is a Brit Milah, or there is a Siyum Masechet, or anything that is a Sa'udat mitzvah, during the 9 days, one is permissible to eat again meat, even though again normal people are not allowed to eat, but anybody who's invited to the Brit Milah, anybody who's invited to the Sa'udat mitzvah, and the Sa'udat mitzvah happened to have meat, one is allowed to eat, partake from the Sa'udah.